Hey guys, welcome to episode 15 of the Chelsea career mode here on FIFA 20. It's final time. The suit and tie are back on. Unfortunately, it was not good enough to help us win the Carabao Cup. Hopefully this time, better fortunes. We shall wait and see. Before you skip to the end and cheat, let me know in the comment section down below, how do you think we're going to get on in this Champions League final against Paris Saint-Germain? With actually the third final we've had so far this season. Super Cup against Liverpool, lost. Carabao Cup against Liverpool, lost. I want to turn that around. In all of the games you might possibly want to have a different result, this is the one. Di Maria is their top goal scorer in the competition. You could briefly see there with 5 goals. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has 6 for us. And because he's been so good in this competition, I am going to start him ahead of Mason Mount. Ross Barkley is still unfortunately injured with his broken toe, but I shall just leave him there and auto-replace him as we move through. And hopefully we can come away with a victory in this Champions League final. We shall attend the press conference to boost morale as best we possibly can. And fingers crossed, things go our way in this tie. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel too, because we will be having the start to Season 2 tomorrow. But right now we're concentrating on this one-off game. We must not underestimate Paris Saint-Germain. They haven't in real life gotten this far in the competition for a very long time, not since their takeover at the very least. But Chelsea haven't gotten to the Champions League final since 2012, so it's been a little while for this club as well. How do you manage fatigue? They're tired. They're as tired as we are. We worked hard to get here. We're not that tired. Everybody should be at full stamina. It's been almost 2 weeks since the finale of the Premier League season, so hopefully we can get a victory with, fully fit players. We are in okay form, but we of course lost the last game of the Premier League season yesterday against Wolves by 3-1. Arguably it should have been a 2-2 draw. If you missed the drama at the end of that game, then check yesterday's episode. Can your team keep this up? I'm sure of it. PSG are a side that we certainly can beat on our day. Whether we will, and whether today is our day, time will tell. Time to head to the Champions League final. Paris Saint-Germain's starting lineup. Areola in goal. They've, as you might well expect, Mbappe up top at striker. Neymar on the left, Di Maria on the right, Idrissa Gana Gueye, Verratti and Pablo Sarabia as the midfield 3. Bernat, Marquinhos, Silva and Meunier at the back in the 4 in front of Areola. Of course, this save was set up pre-squad updates, so there have been some players that in real life had moved that haven't moved in this save, like Juan Bernat, like Alphonse Areola, but for the time being, we shall play with what's in front of us. We were drawn in the home dressing room, hence why we're in our home kit and they are in their away. We're playing at the Ataturk Olympiat Stadium. It's the Ataturk Olympiat Stadi is how it's listed in the game. I don't know whether that's because it doesn't fit in the graphics or whether because it's genuinely called Stadi. Look, if I pause it. Ataturk Olympiat Stadi. But the I almost looks as if it doesn't fit properly, so I'm not sure if it is the Stadi or if it's the stadium. You'll have to let me know in the comment section down below, although I shall probably Google it at some point throughout the course of recording this episode. Here's Kylian Mbappe. He is the sole reason I win any game on Ultimate Team, Kylian Mbappe. Hopefully he will not be the sole reason we lose a game in career mode here. Ruben Loftus-Cheek to Tammy, to N'Golo. Just laid it into his path there. We'll get that quickly to Willian. Thomas Meunier isn't the fastest, so probably won't be able to deal with a turn from Willian, but unfortunately does. Win that please, Antonio. Good header by Rudiger. Christensen needs to get to that and has done. Pass it down to N'Golo and we'll continue our offence on their goal. Christian Pulisic out of his feet really nicely. Oh, and it's fallen free. Oh, and it still could. No, Meunier scrambles it clear. Areola palming that straight back into danger. That could easily have been swept home into the back of the net by Ruben Loftus-Cheek. 17 minutes played. We've had the first chance of the game, but no goals yet. My prediction, I think I neglected to give you one at the beginning of the episode, is Chelsea 2, Paris Saint-Germain 1. I always have to back my boys. Oof. Thankfully, Mbappe was offside and can't get to the rebound. Just cheek across there to Kovacic. Down the line there to Alonso. Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek, and we'll play that in front of N'Golo Kante. And the corner there to Tammy. Oh, I don't know where to go. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, can I lift it over the top to him? Can he win a header? No. Thiago Silva clears well. Kante will bring it down. Ruben might be the man we use again here in a moment. Can I get that to Tammy? No, it's gone to Pulisic. Oh, that's a very good cross, and it's punched away by Areola. Can we win that header? Kovacic, I'm not sure who won it, but it fell free to a PSG man. Areola, very patient in their build-up, he says, as they play out a long ball to Neymar, who's offside. Perhaps they need to be more patient in their build-up, Paris Saint-Germain. Wide nicely to Marcos Alonso, brings it down well. We use Tammy first, then go to Ruben. Oh, good tackle by Thiago Silva. It's going to square him free, though, to Marcos Alonso. Kante's there in support. Into Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Runners around me. We'll try and squeeze it into Mateo Kovacic, who's hit the post, but Tammy's there! Tammy's there indeed! He was there in the semi-final when the ball rebounded off the post, when Willian had an effort against City in the second leg. And Tammy is there again. Lovely ball by Loftus-Cheek into Kovacic. He's unlucky not to have scored. But right place, right time. Striker's instinct from Tammy Abraham. Newly 80 rated as well. And now on the score sheet in a Champions League final, we are 1-0 up in the 36th minute. Lovely ball over the top to Di Maria. First time he's really been involved, Angel Di Maria. Can't find his way past Marcos Alonso at first attempt. Maybe they'll work it to him again. Thomas Meunier in there to Sarabia. Di Maria again. Oh, he's not even trying to take on Marcos Alonso this time. He's just playing the ball around him into the middle. Christensen brings it down in front of Mbappe. Very calm defending from Christensen there. I was half expecting him to just instinctively smack it away without any input from the controller for me there. I've got two options on the left, so we'll use the one on the far side. Marcos Alonso will deliver, and it's a good ball, but it's not going to beat Marquinhos. Kovacic could get it back to the Spaniard. Back inside to the Croat. Loftus-Cheek. Oh, nicely to N'Golo Kante. Why not? Good save. Another rebound goal maybe. Yes! Areola mistake! You can complain to your defenders as much as you like, mate. That was not the best of efforts from Ruben Loftus-Cheek. It's gone straight through you. I said Chelsea 2, PSG 1. We have our 2 before half-time. Kante with the effort. Oh. Perhaps I was slightly harsh on Areola. That was right into the corner. This is a good angle for it. Great technique from Ruben Loftus-Cheek. No, Areola certainly should have done better. He went and complained to his defenders, which he probably has a right to do with the lack of picking up of the runs. But still, he has to keep that out the second time. He has to push it safe or keep the second effort out. He's done neither. And we're 2-0 up at the break. Sarabia. We're underway in the second half here. Sarabia out wide to Di Maria. Extravagant, unnecessary, but fine. Ball dinked forward there. Sarabia will find Di Maria. I tucked Alonso in narrow to try and get to that. It might have been a mistake. Di Maria finds the space to get to Sarabia. It's going to be deflected and cleared away. Just around the corner there to Pulisic, who does have the pace to cause them some problems here. N'Golo Kante could play a 1-2 with him and send him in behind again. Tammy. Oh, space for Willian, I've just noticed on this left-hand side. Are we about to make it 3? Willian's in the box. Surely he's going to finish from here. He does. Killer counter. Chelsea 3, PSG 0. Don't really know what's happened to Paris Saint-Germain here. I thought this was going to be a difficult game. It has been anything but. In a season where we only managed 3rd in the Premier League, we've gone and scored 3 in the Champions League final. Genuinely didn't expect us to get to this stage of the competition when we started the save, but it looks like we're going to go all the way and win it. Thank God we didn't have Liverpool, is all I can say, because we've lost to them twice this season already in cup competitions, in cup finals. Did not want to have to go through that again. Angel Di Maria turns well. Nice tackle by Rudiger. As far as I'm aware, they're yet to have a shot on goal, Paris Saint-Germain. I don't really understand why they're playing so badly. We are an ultimate with the more difficult sliders. PSG are just not turning up in this game. We'll lift that. And Ruben's in again. Oh, off the bar. It could have been 4. It might yet still be. Tammy. Oh, his touch takes it out of his path. PSG genuinely not a chance on goal yet. We've dominated this final. And to confirm, the sliders are still set as they were. I don't cheat in my series is to ensure that I get the victory. If I did, I probably would have cheated to get the victory in the Carabao Cup and the UEFA Super Cup. We took 2 defeats to Liverpool on the chin. PSG are going to have to take a battering off us on the chin as well. Do I make a change? I'm going to give Mason Mount an experience of Champions League football. Similarly, Callum Hudson-Odoi as well. And maybe Tomori too, but we'll wait a little bit longer before making that third and final change. But that's the change I'm probably going to make in about 15 in-game minutes time. Julian Draxler's coming on for Sarabia for them in the cam slot behind the striker as my 2 players now enter the scene. But answers on a postcard. What has happened to Paris Saint-Germain here? Because I genuinely cannot tell you. Tammy. Oh, tried the cheeky little back heel. It didn't work. Oh, but it's dropped free to me. Pulisic. Looking for Tammy again. Marquinhos will get rid of it this time. Mbappe. Oh, he's driven that straight at Hudson-Odoi. And he has got space to run into with defenders out of position. Comes Verratti, but he can't deal with the turn. Cute little ball through. Tammy, oh, if he'd have actually fully stretched there, he might well have gotten to it to poke that in for a 4th. Here's Idrissa for PSG now. It's been an embarrassing performance from Paris Saint-Germain, in fairness. Diabolically poor. I was expecting them to be so much better than this. They've been okay in possession, but they just don't create anything. Balls keep coming into the box from out wide, and it is not working. They keep trying to utilise Di Maria. Neymar has been an absolute ghost in this game thus far, and Pulisic could be in if I can time the pass right. He is in to maybe make it 4. Ooh, went for the near post. Saved by Areola. He scored a banging hat-trick against Roma in an earlier round, Pulisic, to give us progression through. Paredes has come off the bench there for Idrissa Gana Gueye and is immediately involved to head that corner clear. Another good ball in, and it's not going to be won by anyone at the near post. Kylian Mbappe can come away, I say, on the counter, but there's no urgency from PSG. It looks like they're resigned to defeat already. It would be the most incredible comeback of all time if they score 3 goals in the next 7 in-game minutes. I put rather a large amount of money on the fact that that is not going to happen. Here's Verratti to Paredes. 3 minutes to go now. Good in possession, PSG, but no urgency. They just keep passing it sideways. Neymar actually has a touch of the football, would you believe it? Here's Juan Bernat with the ball into the middle. It's a decent delivery. Marcos Alonso has to head behind. May well be their first corner of the entire game. Yet to have their first shot of the entire game. PSG in stoppage time. Kovacic heads away. And Mason Mount's not going to win that foot race. Juan Bernat quicker than the young Englishman. Oh, the Spaniard jumping through that gap nicely. Reece James says no. And we will lift the Champions League trophy in Season 1 with Chelsea. I almost wore a different jacket because I thought this one might be cursed after losing the Carabao Cup final to Liverpool. I thought maybe I'll try something different. I'm glad that it's paid off. It's not the jacket that's the problem. Oh, dearie me. I don't know how we've done that. I hoped for a victory with my 2-1 prediction, but I didn't expect Paris Saint-Germain to crumble in quite that fashion. I genuinely can't believe we pulled that off. We will go and have a full season roundup at the end of the episode, so if you're interested in that, see how everybody performed this year, growth, etc., see how the other leagues went on, who won the Golden Boot, etc., then stick around. But Chelsea are going to lift the Champions League trophy. It's about the same size as N'Golo Kante, but he will lift the Champions League trophy for Chelsea. From 2012 to 2019, or 2020 I guess in game, it's taken 8 years to win the trophy back. But we have done it. 2 Europa League victories in between the Champions League victory and the retaining or returning of the trophy to Stamford Bridge. I'm thrilled with that. Who wouldn't be? N'Golo Kante lifting the trophy aloft in front of the Chelsea fans who've travelled to Turkey here. Istanbul is bouncing in blue tonight. That makes very good viewing indeed. Winner. Congratulations, Chelsea. 3-0 winners over Paris Saint-Germain. It's time for the post-match press conference now, and then we'll skip to the end of the season and have a full season roundup. This one is going to be very, very sweet indeed. What are the questions going to be, I wonder? Christensen is continuing his hot run of form. How satisfied are you with his performance today? He deserves all the praise. Another rock-solid performance from Andreas Christensen. Fantastic player. He deserves all the praise he gets. I hope he can continue to amaze us with performances like these. Paris Saint-Germain is a strong team, but winning the final at a 3-goal difference was out of this world. How did you pull this off? They were woeful, is really the general answer. We were a great team. Amazing victory. We can't be stopped. We can be stopped. Wolves did it yesterday. I'll say an amazing victory, which it was. I'll be honest with you, not even I was expecting such a crushing victory against Paris Saint-Germain, which I wasn't, to be fair. It's been a day to remember, it certainly has. Quite a resounding victory with a 3-0 score. How pleased are you with your team's performance? We can do even better. We could have won by more. Time to focus on the next match. We could have won by more. Pulisic had a great opportunity that Areola saved. Ruben Loftus-Cheek hit the bar. Without being too unfair to Paris Saint-Germain, I think we could have won by more today. I don't think that's being unfair to PSG. They deserve that level of patronising and talking down to. They were just terrible in that fixture. Ross Barkley's on his way back from injury, I think. Oh, no. Oh, actually, where? Oh, no, it's player returning from loan. Sorry. Victor Moses is back with us to then be sold next year. Willy Caballero will leave us. And £19 million added to the transfer budget for next year for winning the Champions League. I shall now advance until the very end of the season, where we'll have a full season roundup. Thank you very much for watching this season. I know if you're going to duck out here, I know the season roundup isn't for everyone. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. I mean, we won the Champions League. Why have you not liked the video? Make sure you subscribe for season 2. That will begin tomorrow. But I'm going to now go and advance my way to the 28th of June. Training everyone on the way, of course, to ensure that we get the most growth out of everyone we possibly can. And then we'll have a season roundup. Here we are then, end of the line for season number 1 in this save. As is always the case with a season report, we shall have a look at the competitions we were involved in, the other competitions around Europe that we're interested in, have a look at the Golden Boot, see how everybody grew, and hopefully make some plans for next season. Or at least lay down the groundwork for some plans for next season. Of course, I'll be taking your feedback for transfers in this episode and tomorrow's opening episode to season number 2. So the competitions we were involved in, 3rd in the Premier League. Unfortunately pipped on the final day to 2nd spot by Liverpool thanks to a 3-1 defeat to Wolves. Yay. But Manchester United won the Premier League. Congratulations to them. We did win the second amount of most of games than anyone else in the league, but wasn't good enough for second. We scored the joint most amount of goals in the league with Spurs on 65 and had the second best defensive record in the league as well. Stunning season considering the state of the team. Finishing in 5th were Newcastle. They were able to get there ahead of Arsenal at the end of the season. Brighton relegated. Sheffield United also go down, as do Norwich. Unfortunately for Norwich and Sheffield United, it's one season only in the Premier League at this stage. Sadly for them, they're going back down to the Championship. In the FA Cup, it was Tottenham that won on penalties against AFC Bournemouth. Bournemouth doing well to get to the final. Obviously, we know how the Carabao Cup went down. We lost by a goal to 0 to Liverpool. Obviously, we know how the UEFA Super Cup went down. We lost by a goal to 0 to Liverpool. Evidently, we know how the Champions League went. We won it. In the Europa League, Dinamo Zagreb win the Europa League by a goal to 0 over Lyon. Wow, didn't expect that. It's Euro 2020 going on right now, but it hasn't progressed any further than the group stage at present. If it's still there when I load the second season, I will have a look and see who won that particular competition. So before we have a look at the other leagues, let's have a quick look at player stats. Sharing the Golden Boot are Sadio Mane and Tammy Abraham, although Tammy did it in one game less, so perhaps he should have the Golden Boot outright. Harry Kane with 17, Rashford there with 15. Other Chelsea players include Pulisic on 10 in 15th, and Mason Mount on 8 in 22nd as well. Congratulations to him. Was there anyone else there that was in a Chelsea? No, just Mason Mount. Assist-wise, Mo Salah with 9 is at the top of the list. Loads of assists, or loads of players in the assist list for here. Jorginho, Abraham, Mount, Willian, Kante, and Pulisic. We did score a lot of goals, and evidently it was a team effort. Kepa kept the most clean sheets as well, 19 in 38 games. David De Gea with 14. Ederson with just 5, but he only played 17 games because Carimo's broken. We'll leave that there, shall we? The other leagues around Europe, the other big leagues around Europe, we'll have a quick look at, and of course the other leagues in England as well. Joining us in the Premier League next year will be Fulham and Leeds United win promotion. One of Cardiff, Derby, Stoke or Huddersfield will also join us. Relegated down from the Championship of Barnsley, Millwall and Charlton. Coming up from League One, Peterborough, Sunderland back up as well. Lincoln, Ipswich, Oxford and Portsmouth in the playoffs. Lincoln City having just come up from League Two. Rochdale, Bury, Bolton and Wimbledon in the relegation zone. Bury in the game, but still relegated to League Two. Colchester, Scunthorpe and Walsall winning automatic promotion from League Two. Forest Green, Salford City in the playoffs, as well as Mansfield and Stevenage. And my own Cambridge United, 16th. I'll take it. Leyton Orient and Carlisle would have been relegated if the conference were in the game. PSG win on goal difference in France ahead of Saint-Etienne. Not the strongest of seasons for them, and obviously a terrible end to the season for them. In the Bundesliga, Dortmund win by a point from Leverkusen. Bayern are full 7 points behind. Surprising to see that. The German third league comes before the Bundesliga second league, and Calcio A comes before Serie A apparently. Juventus win in Serie A. Piemonte Calcio victorious, winning the Scudetto. And then in Spain, Real Madrid win the league by a point from Barcelona. Atleti there in third on 81. Like the graphics there. We might well be doing a La Liga series later in the year. Let's have a look then and see how we performed against the board expectations. Obviously, 91 is my overall rating, so we must have done quite well. We didn't earn the shirt sales. That's the first time I've ever not done that. They normally just go, but it ordinarily is led by signings that helps boost shirt sales. Obviously, we haven't signed anyone this year, so that might be a large factor. We signed one Youth Academy player to a midfield position. We signed a lot of Youth Academy players. We'll have a look at them. Keep salary growth under 15%. We didn't sign anyone, so that was easily done, although we did offer some new contracts around, so perhaps it should have gone up a little bit. Premier League, they wanted us to finish in the Champions League place, finished third. Wanted me to reach the semi-final of the FA Cup, and we were very poor in that competition. And obviously, reached the semi-final of the Champions League. We won the damn thing! So very, very pleased with us are the board, and I'm obviously very, very pleased with the way that the season went as well as a whole. Attribute-wise, Willie Caballero down 3, Jamie coming up 4, but he's still only 58 rated. A little bit of growth for Jamal Blackman. Kepa's up 2, just superb. Nice to see his reactions have gone up massively from 78 to 86. That's perhaps why we've seen some big reaction saves from him. And his reflexes, positioning and kicking that have gone up. Marcos Alonso is leaving us. Come next season, we will need a new left back, but we've already signed one. So we shall see Ben Chilwell arrive next season. Emerson is still going to continue on to be my default left back, or backup left back. So we'll look forward to using Ethan Ampadu perhaps next season. Wait and see what we do with him. I'm unsure. Jake Clark-Salter will probably be loaned out. Again, I may do the same for Ampadu. Matt Miazga I'll probably sell. Kurt Zuma, did we agree a deal for him? He's transfer listed but not agreed to be going anywhere yet. Alonso going to Juventus. We haven't been able to get Zuma out the door just yet. Growth for him, but he will be leaving us. Andreas Christensen up 2 to 82. Rock solid at the back for us. Tomori up 3 with training. Up 3 to 75. Hopefully next season, because of his very regular performances this year and high level of performances, his dynamic potential will improve for next year. Rudiger up to 84 from 82. Davide Zappacosta out on loan at Juventus will come back to us next year, but probably be sold. Sterling will be sent back out on loan. Aspi I'm probably going to use as a backup centre-back. And then obviously we're going to need to sign a new first team right back. Reece James has been questionable at times. I'd like to see him continue to grow before we throw him right into the starting lineup continuously moving forward. But up for this year and growing very well. Timu Bakayoko went out on loan to Real Madrid. We shall sell him next season. Trevor Chalobah up 2 to 69. Send him back out on loan next year. Kante up 1 to 80. Barely any growth technically, but he's already incredible, so doesn't really matter that much, does it? Kennedy out on loan at Arsenal. Not sure what to do with Kennedy next year. Really unsure what to do. We'll need your feedback there. Pishalic as well. We'll probably loan him out or sell him on again. Mateo Kovacic up 2 to 84. You guys called for him to come back into the starting lineup regularly. He did so and certainly made an impact. Lewis Baker, we will loan out again or sell next year. Drinkwater is leaving us, I believe. Yes, he's going to Everton. Marco van Ginkel is also leaving us, I believe. Yes, going to Lazio. He's up 1 to 78. Loftus-Cheek up 2. Really solid performances from him this year. 14 goals in all competitions and 7 assists as well. Billy Gilmore up 4. We'll look to loan him out next year. It's changed the list, hasn't it? That's frustrating. Pishalic. Izzy Brown. Not sure what to do with him next year. Probably loan him out again rather than sell him. Ross Barkley. Unsure what to do with him next year as well. Really unsure. Central midfield is just a really strange position for us right now because we don't have anyone other than Kante that is amazing. We've Jorginho and Kovacic who are kind of there and thereabouts, but nobody that stands out. And then obviously we've so many young players in those positions. Mason Mount, Ross Barkley. Ross Barkley's 26 now. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. To add to Jorginho, to add to Kovacic and Kante. Too many men for those positions, so I think Barkley might leave. Mason Mount is up 3 to 78 this year with training. He got 11 goals in all competitions this year, including 1 in pre-season. Victor Moses is back from loan now, onto the transfer list. He will be sold next season. He's actually seen some decline in some of his stats out on loan at just 29 years of age. Charlie Musonda. We'll probably loan him out again. Pulisic obviously going to stay in the starting lineup. Pedro, we sold him, didn't he? Going to Dortmund. Lucas Piazzon will be loaned out or sold next year. Willian will be leaving us, going to Atletico Madrid next year. 13 goals for him this season. Pedro got 5 in 17 appearances. Hudson-Odoi will not be in the starting lineup next year, despite his growth up by 5 with training this season. He only got 3 goals in 38 appearances. It's not good enough yet from Callum Hudson-Odoi. Jadon Sancho will join us and will go straight into the starting lineup. Alvaro Morata will be sold next year. Olivier Giroud is already leaving us. Michy Batshuayi, I'm unsure what to do with him. I think I might move Michy on and look for another striker. Obviously, Tammy Abraham was my top goal scorer this year. 27 in all competitions and 11 assists. I might look to sell Michy on and sign someone else. I'll take your feedback on that. We shall develop further when we get to Season 2. I'm unsure yet whether to do the pre-season tournament or not. There has been some feedback and some chatter on social media that apparently if you decline the pre-season tournament, it does help with the AI selection issues. But because it only helps and doesn't completely fix, I'd still probably be manually changing the sides anyway. So I might not do that. I might still do the pre-season tournament and just continue to manually select the starting 11 whilst we continue to wait for further fixes for career mode. But for now, for Season 1, thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you sub so you don't miss out on Season 2. That will start tomorrow. Follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Mixer as well. And I'll see you in Season 2.